Cade York to kick off.
We welcome you, Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson. The kicker is Cade York. He's got this one set to get started. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
He'll go back to McCaffrey on 1st down. This time the sliding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
They work just shy of midfield on 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with McCaffrey. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Niners first down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Throwing on 1st down is Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Out of the gun. They'll give it to McCaffrey. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
3rd and short. Purdy. This is intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
13 yards to start that drive. And a quick first down. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33.
33-yard line.
They'll go again with Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
This one, downfield, taken in by Higgins. A big play for Minnesota. 31 yards.
And the Vikings first down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
10 at the 38-yard line.
On play action, here's McCarthy. He'll air one out for Higgins. And he overshot his man. Out of the end zone, that one's into.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
60 Bison, 60, come 19, come 18, Rattler, 8,
to the air on third down is McCarthy. That one complete. It's Keaton Mitchell. And he's trying to get to the marker, but he's not going to get there. About a yard short. Now, what do you do on 4th and 1?
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? The reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down. Just an ugly-looking kick right from the jump, Mike. I mean, it was the snap initially. That led to a bad hold. That led to a little bit of a mistiming of the kicker's steps. And you add all that up, and that's the kick.
And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7
at the 43-yard line.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, is clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 32 yards.
That is a big gain for the 49ers. 32 yards.
It's a gain of 32.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. At the 60, at the 60.
Here's a design run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Purdy. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit.
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. And the Vikings will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
And these are the types of plays they envisioned when they invested a first-round pick on this defensive back just a few months ago. I mean, he's entered the league, Mike, with a reputation for having almost offensive wide receiver type ball skills. And those ball skills were certainly on full display that time.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. He's going to look for the home run ball. And it's a big play. He's finally taken down. What a way to end the first. They can't wait to start the next quarter. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. What will the second quarter have in store? More from the Twin Cities in a moment.
Go, Reed, go!
Now a toss left side with Mitchell. Good blocking to the 15. And he's in. What a drive. Peyton Mitchell. Touchdown, Minnesota. His 6th touchdown now for the season. York. Good on the extra point. The Vikings will take a 7-0 lead.
Cade York to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 2. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
It's a gain
Give him
of
14 on that play. One play, one first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
Here's down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up second down.
This offense just can't seem to get anything going in this opening half, Mike, and they're still looking for their first points of the game, and it's really these missed opportunities that are a big part of the reason they're really struggling here.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Purdy works out of the pistol. Able to complete it to Ayuk. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, 49ers.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Purdy now on second down. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact. Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. Here's Purdy. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. On first and 10, it's McCarthy. Here's a short pass. That's Higgins, the tight end. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On the ground, here's Mitchell. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
It's a loss of a yard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
First down and more. He's inside the 35. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
First down.
They get 21 on that one. It'll be a Vikings first down. Here comes the jet sweep. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. Now it's short for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Vikings move out on top, 14-0.
49ers nothing. Cade York to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 2. Crazy. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
22-yard line.
To throw on first down is Purdy. They're trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here comes Jack Fox to kick it away. Back deep is Darius Davis. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Minnesota. Here's McCarthy. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
When you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation, and instead he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line.
Nick Martin on the tackle. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Looking to throw. McCarthy trying to set up the screen for Mitchell. Good hustle by the defense. They get the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. We won't see a return here. This is going to be marked down inside the 15.
At their own 14-yard line.
Get set, get set. 18, what's up?
1st and 10. Purdy. This throw left side, caught by Kittle. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
And 10 at the 32
From the 32
line.
now. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
On 1st down, right back to Mitchell. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And it's exactly
a 2nd effort, and he is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year. York is good on the extra point. And the Vikings will take themselves to a 21-0 lead.
49ers-0. Cade York to kick off.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchdown. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. He'll get it into the hands of Kittle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the 1st half clock.
San Francisco.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
On the coverage.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Off the play fake, Purdy. Again, working deep downfield. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Get set, get set. 18, what's up? Go. Go. Up.
From the gun, it's Purdy. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. And a critical tackle there. They're getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback. The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. She'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Malik Mustafa there to bring him down.
It's a pickup of 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
That one intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
McCaffrey now on 1st and 10. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
At the 41. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Get set, get set. 18, what's up? Go.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll air this one out for Watkins.
So at this stage of the game, Mike, that whole sideline, they're looking up at that scoreboard. They see the donut up there, and they're saying, we've got to get something going. You become a little desperate. You start pressing. In this case, they try to push something downfield, deep pass, incomplete. You got to find a way to generate possessions while still searching for these big plays.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, They're lucky it hasn't been even more.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down. Now Purdy. That's taken in, and he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen. Trailing here in the third quarter. They convert on fourth down.
Love the idea of going for it on fourth down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt them. So going for it on fourth down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
Here's McCaffrey. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for...
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Into space. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick 6, but he does set up the offense with first and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Mitchell. Try to push forward, but only a yard. Down to the 2.
Down at the 2-yard line.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
They'll try to run with Mitchell. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Peyton Mitchell. Touchdown, Vikings. That is second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. York, good on the extra point. And the Vikings are able to extend the advantage to 28-0.
Cade York to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Outside. 22. Watch out.
Line here with McCaffrey. Room to run at the 35. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
49ers.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Get set. 22. Watch out.
They run once more with McCaffrey. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
Again, it's McCaffrey. Trying to find someplace to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Yeah, and this play, Mike, is really just the epitome of what we've seen this entire game. They have not been able to get